All right, we're going to be working with fractions and solving equations on both sides. We have fractions here. Nice little fraction guy. But anyway, we have a choice here. We can get rid of the fractions or kind of undo things. Here's the things we're going to do. Like I said, I normally don't like fractions. And here I have both a denominator by 5. So that's my choices there. Let's multiply everything by 5. Okay, I'm going to put those kind of in parentheses for a second. Now I'm going to multiply each side by 5. Now, this is a shared property, so I'm taking all of these by 5, the whole left side by 5 and the whole right side by 5. And what's going to happen is you take 5 times the 2/5 and the negative 9. Well, and this 5 will go times the 7 and the negative 3/5 in. So this 5 and that 5 cancel out, leaving me a 2 in if I multiply this first term. And this 5 times negative 9 makes negative 45. I'm going to take this 5 times the 7, which is 35. And then when I take 5 times the negative 3/5 in, the 5s are going to cancel, leaving me a negative 3 in. All right, there's where I combine the variables. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the variables to both sides, combine the variables. And I'm going to move this one over because I don't like negative ones. So I'm going to move this one over. Unless I undo the minus 3 in by adding 3 in, which makes that, and these will cancel, makes that a 5 in minus 45 equals 35. So now I'm going to add 45 to each side. And when I add that, I end up with 80. So 5 in equals 80. Divide each side by 5 and do by multiplying or dividing. And when I do to one side, I do to both. The 5s will cancel. So then do that multiply by divide. So that means n is equal to 16. Now that was one way to work it. There was another way where it says undo the add or subtract. Notice these are both a 2/5 and a 3/5. What would happen if I added 3/5 in? Well, this would go away, but I have to add 3/5 into this side. Well, here's what's nice. Because they were a common denominator, it did work out that that's 5/5. Well, what's 5 divided by 5? It's just 1. See that there? Oops, went the wrong way there. Kind of go back and forth. 5/5 is just a 1. All right. So here we go. So now, wow, I just got to add 9 to each side now, and I get to 16. Either way, it gave me 16. This one did have less steps, but sometimes adding fractions is one of the harder things to do. Sometimes it's easier just to get rid of the fractions in your multiply. So you have a choice. You can get rid. I would just try to get rid of the fractions first, whether you do it by multiplying or in this case we were able to add them.